One of my favorite things of the summer is shopping at the farmer's market because I get to get all this local fresh produce. And if you think about it, this stuff is higher in nutrients than an apple that's been sitting in a warehouse for 6 months. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I got and what I'm going to do with it. Now we live in Chicago and the farmer's market actually opens in May, but let me just tell you, it is seriously slim pickings. Like herbs and a few lettuces, and that's all you got. But now that it's June, it's a lot more robust, but you still don't see a ton of colored vegetables. We really don't get that until later into the summer. But let's begin because there's tons to dive into here. So first we got a delicious, huge butter lettuce. Now this is such a delicious, creamy treat. I mean, this lettuce is one of my favorites. It holds up really well with salad dressings. I like serving it with a little champagne vinaigrette, some toasted walnuts, a little shave of cheese. Yum. So that's our first guy. Then, speaking of lettuces, we got two little red lettuces, red leaf lettuce. Love it in salads. I love summer salads. So I also like to mix up the lettuces too, so that will be fun to do. Speaking of greens, we got some rainbow chard. This is just a lovely green. Now, with chard, you really need to cook it because it's a thicker green and it would kind of irritate your stomach if you ate it raw. Some people like to juice it. But with this, I like just to mince it. I do it with onion, like a saute with onion and butter and salt. You could even do a little bacon to add some more flavor or depth to it. And it's just really delicious. Now, one of my favorite greens is kale. I mean, kale is so delicious. The thing I love about kale is it's a really thick green, so it's really sturdy. It doesn't get mushy. You know, like spinach, if you overcook, it's almost ruined. This really can take a lot of heat. So I love it in stir fries. I love it steamed with olive oil and lemon. Now with this one, because it's such a big head, I think I'm actually going to dehydrate it and make kale chips. You can literally just put them on a dehydrator, add a little olive oil or coconut oil, some salt and spices, and they are delicious and so much better for you than potato chips. So you guys let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video on how to make kale chips. And then the final green we have here is this ginormous bok choy. Now I remember reading somewhere, I think it was like at Whole Foods, that bok choy actually has the most antioxidants per ounce or something like that in terms of all the greens. So not 100% sure if that's true, but it's kind of a humble vegetable. It's inexpensive. We don't really think about it a lot. It's really popular in Asian dishes, but it's really tasty. Again, it holds up well to heat. You can actually eat this white stem raw if you wanted to. You can put it on salads and stuff like that. Some people even use the leaves for wraps, but again, I think it's better cooked in a nice stir fry. You can add some real colorful peppers and watercress to it. Next, we've got radishes. And these are kind of fun. They're white radishes. And they're actually, I think they're called salad radishes. They must have a milder flavor. I just like to dice these really thin, put them on a salad just for a little crunch, a little flavor. I also like to grate them too on a salad because it kind of unlocks some of more of the flavor and the juice. Now on to probably one of Mike's favorite vegetables. It's called the kohlrabi. It almost tastes like a mix between a turnip and a water chestnut, maybe. They're really tasty though. I like them raw. I think they taste gross cooked. It almost too has like a jicama taste, if you think about that. But anyway, so what you have to do is like get through this thick exterior, and then I just cut them really like into slivers, put it in a salad, and they add such an awesome crunch, super tasty. Then with the leaves, you can cook these like kale or like the chard. So it's kind of nice because you can use literally the whole thing. Okay, now on to the classic spring vegetable, asparagus. I like to roast my asparagus, and I just drizzle it with olive oil, a little lemon. It's also good even with like hollandaise sauce or even steamed. But the most important thing is just not to overcook them. Like I really like them al dente. And then we got these, they look like scallions or green onions, but they're actually like mini leeks. Leeks are one of my favorite type of onions to use in a soup. With leek and potato, it's the most delicious soup. Gives it a really nice flavor. But with this, what I'm gonna do is just dice them really small. I add them to salads. I put them into slaws. I love them with eggs, like in an omelet, because they just give a little flavor. They're really good too, even as garnishes on top of rice or any kind of grain dish, because it gives it a little crunch. The farmer's market wouldn't be complete if I didn't get my basil. I just love this stuff. This is like aromatherapy. It smells so good. I could eat this just plain. I could literally just dress it with a little balsamic and just eat it. But of course, it's delicious with a little mozzarella, some cheese on a piece of toasted bread. I like to make pesto with it because it's such a healthy food. Pesto is super healthy because you can use the pesto, raw nuts, raw cheese, raw olive oil, some sea salt. You grind that up. I mean, that's like packed with nutrition, really yummy. So I'm excited to use that. And then we've got this celery root, which these are kind of gnarly looking, aren't they? They are really hard to get the peel off. I have Mike do it. You got to just... But underneath it is a wonderful root vegetable. It's really good for low carbers because it's kind of starchier, tasting, but it's not as has many carbohydrates as a potato does. So what I can do is cube it, steam it, then you can drizzle some melted butter and salt on it and just eat it that way. Or you can mix it with cauliflower or potatoes and do kind of a mash, so it almost tastes like mashed potatoes. Yum, yum. And then the last thing we got, and this is Mike's specialty, he loves mushrooms, and he got a couple different varieties. These are called...
Mushroom Medley.
Oh, it's the Mushroom Medley. Very nice. So these would be good on pizza. These would be good in omelets, and also sauteed with onions and served, with if you make steak or any kind of garnish to meat, is super, super delicious. Caramelize them up. So there you have it, our farmer's market haul. What do you guys think? Or any of this stuff that you would eat or play with or experiment with? Anyway, share with us in the comments below. And thanks as always for tuning in.